Then as time moved on, I went to study, I completed my graduation. I'm an accounts and finance graduate. I've got a master's degree in public relations, and I've also got an honorary doctorate in arts. So I can be called Dr. Honey Kalaria if you wanted to call me doctor. I tend not to really use my educational side too much in my performing arts, but it's there. What that did help me as well is to bring in my skills and knowledge of accounting procedures to build my business. So as time moved on and I was 18 years old or 19, 20, and I was finishing my studies, I realized that what I would like to do is to ensure that I do something to do with dance in my future. My career had to be in dance, my business had to be something to do with dance, and my profession should continue without killing it off, because dance had become part of my life. I could never let it go. I think it's in your blood. Once it's there, it's very difficult to let go. So there was, while I was growing up, there was a particular story that I need to share. I had a sister, and my sister was also a dancer. And unfortunately, we were involved in a car crash where there were 6 of us in the car, and 3 people passed away, and 3 people survived. One of them was my sister, who we lost, unfortunately, in that tragic incident. But it taught me a lot in life. It really did. Because I realized one day you're there, and the next day you could be gone. You have to really appreciate life to its maximum. Every day, each day that I live, I am thankful to God for giving me that gift. And I try my best to contribute as much as I can within that day, because I don't know if I'll be there tomorrow. The other thing I learned from that also was the fact that I started working pretty hard, because I realized that without putting any effort into your goals and whatever you wanted to gain out of life, it's not going to happen. So I started working extra hard at that time, knowing exactly where I wanted to go, designing my future, that I want a dance academy. I want to ensure that I open up opportunities for others. I want to bring Bollywood to this country. That was my mission. And as that started in 1997, I decided that now it's time, because my studies are over, to launch my academy. I did some research in the industry. What I did was I had some private lesson students. So I asked the students, can you take this survey questionnaire to the schools, and can you get people to fill those out for me, please? And when they came back with all the answers, I just realized, ding, it just came up. My God, British Asians absolutely love dance, but they don't want to learn traditional classical dance. They want to learn something modern because they've been brought up in this country, but they don't want to make it so that it's hip hop or street. They want something Indian. So what's the best thing you can offer them? Modern Bollywood music. And that's when I found out, and I discovered that people are looking, especially British Asians, are looking for modern Indian dance in this country. And what better thing could I teach than Bollywood dance? It was an area that I specialized in. And there were hardly anybody in the industry who taught Bollywood dance. Plus, I had also had training in Bharatanatyam, Kathak, Latin American, Middle Eastern dance, hip-hop by that time, street dance, even robotics. All the different styles, that came across in the industry, I would go and study. So I incorporated all that in my Bollywood dance, and then I realized British Asians will absolutely love this. So there I was thinking that let me set up an academy which teaches Bollywood dance. And that made it a niche market. There were no other Bollywood schools in this country at that time. There were traditional Indian classes, dance classes, but not Bollywood academies. I remember the kind of things and comments I got at that time. Everyone that I spoke to said, "Honey, it's not going to work." And I said, "Why?" And they said, "It's just not going to work because otherwise people would have done it before. And people don't even know what Bollywood is in this country. So how are you going to get students coming to learn Bollywood dance?" At that time I knew my mission really is to go out there to create the demand. And there I was. I thought, I won't take, I don't give up very easily. I'm one of those people who always find solutions. So I looked into it and I thought, so many people are commenting and trying to put me off. Why is that? I'm not even getting one person saying, go for it. Most people are just saying it's not going to work. But I thought, how can I make this happen? I thought, I have to have belief in myself. I know this is something I want to do. I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to make it work. When I started my dance academy, I literally had some leaflets printed, and I went to every single road I could find nearby and posted these leaflets in every single post box for the dance classes. You won't believe it. The next day I couldn't even walk. I was like, oh my God, my legs are gone. I was so desperate to make it work. And because people had said that it's not going to work, I was even more determined to make it work. Anyway, 22 people turned up at our studio. 22. Within a year, I had 300 people. And within about 2 years, I had 600, 700 people. Right now, I have 1,800 students. I have 18 academies running. And we have 15,000 members who are all interested in the world of Bollywood. So time has really progressed, and I'm so glad I did it. Because sometimes it's not about just making something successful, but you need to believe in what you want to do what you love doing, have passion. It's not about the money, it's not about the profile building, the publicity, all that. It's about what you really enjoy doing, and I loved doing what I did, so I was glad I did it. That's why every morning I wake up and it doesn't feel like work. Every morning I wake up and I think, God, today I'm going to be doing this. Today I'm going to be at the auditions. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a pop video. Third day I'll be teaching little kids, 4-year-olds, how to dance. It's all full of variety and everything that I love doing. As time has moved on, I carried on performing. One thing I did miss out when I was about 16, 17 years old, when I was about 16, 17 years old, I created a first East-West dance troupe. There were Western dancers that I auditioned, and I taught them Bollywood dance. And because I found there weren't many Asian dancers around who are very strong or who are committed to do regular performances, I thought, I'm sure there's a way out here. So I thought, well, why not get Western dancers? So I got Western dancers, trained them up. There were 7 of them. I had 1 male Asian dance partner and myself. And I managed the whole troupe. So before I used to perform by myself, and now I had a whole troupe that I was booking. I was getting bookings and I was managing the whole troupe. So that also helped me to learn how to manage events, shows, how to deal with promoters, how to deal with agreements and negotiate deals. It taught me a lot. I won't say I was perfect at it, but what it did help me was to understand how to deal with certain issues. Now it's not a problem. Now I can represent artists in a really professional manner. And again, I thank God for giving me that chance and that blessing me with that opportunity. As time moved on, of course, everybody started getting married and they started their own families and the whole troupe broke up. But what I am very proud of is we really did put a mark onto the industry, because nobody had seen Western dancers do Bollywood dance at that time. It's only now, after so many years, that producers and directors are booking Western dancers to perform in Indian movies. At that time, it was like, I don't think Western dancers has the right latak matak, they call all those little latak mataks. They won't have those because they're quite ballet trained or very straight, very contemporary styled. And in Indian dance, you need a lot of flexibility in your whole body, So I proved them wrong, which is great.